Hey, what's going on out there? Welcome, everybody, to another Addicted Fishing podcast. We're starting to ramp these up as we're getting into the winter time and the fall time. No more live fishing, and we've got two very, very special guests. They come in, they poke their heads in here about twice a year, it seems like, when it comes to curing baits. I think we're in egg curing season, so I'm going to introduce Steve Lynch and Jason Hambley from ProCure. You guys know them all too well.
Hello, y'all.
Going to be
Glad
talking
to be
some
here.
new stuff, some new products, and then also how's fishing this year? Like, what's going on there? You catching any?
Yeah, it's been good. Like anything, you have your days that are a little tougher than others, but overall, it's been a fantastic season.
I always keep saying it's the gift that keeps on giving. You guys have been hanging out in the Columbia River Gorge dunking eggs, though, it seems like. I haven't seen you guys down trolling in the deadline or anything like that. You ain't trolling them flashers. You're bait guys.
Yes. Pretty much, though, the fishing from Astoria all the way up. But after buoy 10, we started the first week of September hover fishing and went up there a week, then came home a week, and then we're going back up this Saturday.
Well, I'll tell you right now, I farmed a few of them out of that population for you the last couple days. So I'm glad I'm going to keep it warm for you because it was phenomenal, and your cures were working phenomenal.
Right. There's lots of fish there, that's for sure.
It is a target-rich environment, let's be honest,
Yes.
but your stuff makes it easy.
Oh yeah, well, a cure can make a long day into a short day. That's for sure.
7:55 was pretty short today.
Yeah.
Right on. And how many fish?
I looked seven dead Chinook, and we let a couple scuzzy ones go.
Nice.
I looked at the clock. I was like, well, we're out of here. Let's go. We can't do anything else because we're not going to. Unfortunately, where we're at, with the Columbia being the temperatures that it is and being a guide, like I can't just sit there and catch Chinook after Chinook after Chinook trying to get a coho. Unfortunately, there's just not at this juncture. There just hasn't really been a lot of coho around. Does sound like there's some, really poking into the lower river, and with the new Columbia River extensions that we just got announced today. If you're listening to this podcast, it's probably game on. But from Friday, what is Friday? The 22nd on, Bonneville down, all the way open. Bonneville up, all the way open to the 395 until further notice.
Wow, that's great.
December.
Well, that tells you how many fish there are this year.
Yeah, they upgraded the run by another 20K today in the meeting. And then, it looks like we're going to be able to maybe even go the duration. We could still go out on brights if, the dam counts were to really, because I think 80% of the fish should be over the dam by today's date. But there's still a fifth of them out there, and the run we've been having is real good. So as long as those dam counts kind of keep trickling in like that, we're going to get basically what they upgraded to, which should get us to the duration. So we'll just see if the fish keep coming. From what I heard from my friends down in Woodland today at the deadline, they're still coming.
Yes, they are.
Still coming,
Isn't that insane?
Isn't that insane? So what's been the hot egg cure scent combo? We're just going to go right to the chase here. We'll spill the beans.
Well, mainly fishing up above Bonneville, you want to be a hotter egg, which is more sodium sulfite, right? Just make it hotter. And like I said, on the liquid egg here, I've been putting in 2 ounces of sodium sulfite to that container. Using the fuse, that's our hottest cure. That works just in itself. You don't need to add anything else to that.
So you put 2, so you said, okay, so it's either you're adding sodium sulfite to the liquid egg cure,
Correct.
Or you're using the fuse.
The fuse right out of the container.
Right out of the container.
That's hands down the hottest cure we have.
Yeah.
The
Oh, I
fuse.
love the fuse. I love the addicted and the fuse. And let's just be honest, I'm just to tell people right now, the addicted stuff is very fuse-like that you guys make for us. I don't know. How does that work? Do you make that for us? It's branded ProCure, but we just call it the addicted blend.
Yeah.
Couple little additives in there.
It has changed a little bit. So it is just a bit off of the fuse, but we do that for addicted.
Right. And let's be honest, like that cure for me is a really good kind of like early season. Well, yeah, I guess you could call it early season, like kind of like a September, October cure before the water gets really cold. Like that cure just does very well in some of my local tributaries.
Oh, heck yeah.
That's why I really, really like that. You guys designed an awesome cure that's extremely effective, and a lot of fish died to that this morning and yesterday and the day before.
Right.
And I'm sure every day you guys have been up there whooping on them too.
Oh yeah, we had a couple tough days, but overall it's been as good as ever.
No, I think they're saying this is going to be the largest run in the last 10 years besides 2015. Second largest. I mean, it's kind of hard to beat 1.6 million to the mouth of the Columbia, but I think we're well over.
Well, those years were ridiculous. That was insanity.
Well, I think we're right on their heels though. Right on their heels. Bait combos, you guys throwing sand shrimp, tunas, or just straight eggs? I mean, I caught a lot of fish on straight egg this morning. They were chomping.
We generally are pretty meticulous about having sand shrimp. The eggs are good, but we pretty much always have sand shrimp with them.
Sand shrimp with them.
Yeah.
Do you guys have a sand shrimp oil, or do you add any other like oils or additives of sand shrimp besides sand shrimp?
We put oil on every single one of the rods. Pretty
What
much.
oil? Here we go. I'm trying, guys. I'm trying to get it out of them. What oil?
Well, and it changes from day to day. But here again, first thing in the morning, I'm using sweeter, right? A non-garlic scents up until 11:30. I try to keep it milder, like anise bloody tuna, sand shrimp. I was even using chartreuse herring oil last week. And then come 11:30 or 12, anything garlic, right? Anything garlic goes.
So you are the guys that are making the whole freaking fleet smell like garlic out there.
But it's effective. It does work. Anything garlic. The Salmon Slammer does a great job.
Don't say that. You know what's so funny? One of my buddies, we were out fishing in the boat, and he smelled some garlic, and he's like, we'd be catching fish too if we were using garlic. And I mean, like, we had this was back down. We were down in Woodland, and we had 4 Chinook and 4 coho in the boat. We were looking for one more Chinook. I'm like, what? We don't have enough of them right now. He's like, so he came fishing with me. His company came fishing with me today, and he brought me a bottle of freaking your garlic plus.
Yes.
And I'm like, get that shit off the boat now, because I know how potent.
Oh, yeah.
Like, if you want to use garlic, like the Procure Garlic Plus, 2 drops in a can of freaking eggs, or in a jar of eggs, or a jar of coon shrimp is all you need.
Yeah, it is strong stuff.
Are you
It's effective.
I know. There's times of years I do like the garlic.
We definitely, if we have a whole tray of bait, we're definitely not dropping it into the whole tray of bait. We'll put it on each bait depending on what we need. So,
just right on deployment.
Yeah. Yep.
Correct. Normally what we do, if there's 4 people in the boat, everybody gets their own bottle of scent until we determine what they're going to fish, what the fish are biting that day. And then once one guy's had 2 on that, we switch everybody up to that scent. And that's when you can really put on a clinic.
Start
right?
blasting them.
Yeah.
And plus, when you go and if you got a whole tray of cut bait and you go dumping a bunch of oil in it, next thing you know, you got a soupy mess, and it's not as good. So we just try to add it as we go.
Gotcha. I try to add some stuff in the mornings, but I'm a big fan of the anise bloody tuna. I know I've told you guys that. I've told a million people that, and they're chewing on that for me. So that seems to be kind of like my morning go, and I cut my eggs up and separate them up and just put just a little drizzle of that stuff, kind of mix it in, let it just sit there for maybe 20, 30 minutes while waiting for the clients to arrive, and they seem to really, really like that. But that's what's been working for me. But like you guys said in the morning, that seems to be doing it for you too.
And that's my favorite, is anise bloody tuna. But like I said, a little bit goes a long ways. Most people put way too much on. Like you said, just a few drops. And like I said, letting it sit 5 or 10 minutes sure isn't going to hurt it.
Yeah, little light drizzle. I said that on purpose, light. I mean, you don't want to be like Forrest Shields and use the whole ball of anise. Procure loves it when you do that much, but you don't really need it because their stuff is very potent, very concentrated, and has all the good stuff in it.
Yeah, dump away.
Dump away. Anything else? Anything striking you guys this year as far as you guys are obviously very proficient egg fishermen. Is there any other tips or tricks as far as anything with leader lines or blacking out tough lines like braids? Is there anything like the technical stuff that kind of goes into your guys' hover fishing right now, or keeping the boat still, or
that's the major thing is boat control. If your lines aren't perfectly perpendicular, you're not fishing a lot of. You'll see the occasional guy come zipping by and his lines are at a 45-degree angle, and you'll see him hook up, but it's a rarity.
He finds that fish that's just
dumb,
batshit crazy.
Yeah,
wants to eat it.
Yeah,
and keep your rod still, right? The less you move it, the more you're going to get caught.
I had a company trip on Monday and Tuesday. I hope to God no one's listening to this. My Monday guys, the rod was in their lap. They were on their phone. They were doing this, and those fish on Monday, they were biting so subtle. It was just this, and if you swung on it, it was like, oh, there's a Chinook there, and it was surprising me even. Today they were just
hungry.
Yeah, they were hungry. They were choking on it. But
those tough days are when every little thing makes a difference. And when you got a guy sitting there and he's had a couple beers in him and he's moving his rod around, talking to his buddy.
Yeah, turning around, talking, phone. My thing is, drives me crazy is when you have a guy, I'll do the counter when you're dropping your eggs down. What you guys try to do with this technique is, you want to keep the bait basically floating right at the fish's level, or maybe just slightly above them. And so like sometimes guys will use counters, other guys use just the drop the bottom and up certain amount of crank like technique. And man, my Monday crew would drop it down to the bottom and have their rod tip like 3 feet off the water. Then they'd come up their cranks and then they'd start talking. Then they'd drop that rod tip down like 2 or 3 feet and they're just sending those eggs like laying on the bottom.
Yeah.
Just stuff like that just irks me. And the more, hey, we got to kind of pay attention to that height. You got to pay attention to that depth. And you tell them it goes in one ear right out the other. And they go back to doing what they're doing. It's like, okay. Like basically you two guys here in the back by me, like we're doing all the work today because these guys don't have a prayer. It's a very can be a very finicky. Oh yeah, very finicky fishery.
Yeah, and if you got guys in the boat that they think they got the fishing thing figured out and they don't want to listen to you, then next thing you know, you're
Mr. Fisherman. I freaking hate those guys.
You're catching sturgeon though.
Mr. Oh, right, yeah. Mr. Oh God.
Yeah, you're getting sturgeon.
Yep, Mr. Fisherman. Oh boy, we can talk days about that. What do you guys got out for new stuff? I hear you got a new egg cure out.
Yeah, we're going to start making the ultimate egg cure. That Keith Archer used to make that. I think he started in 2005 and then made it out of his garage. And then he had a bottling company putting it together. But then he just got busy with life and everything else and kind of let it go by the wayside. So he's given us the formula and we're working on, we've almost got it dialed in. We've been out practicing with some of the eggs and so far very happy with the results.
Good. I mean, you guys make a lot of different egg cures for a reason. Like if everybody in the Northwest was out there running, one egg cure, you would really want to have something that differentiates itself. And different egg cures are very productive in different areas, like weather, and that changes with temperature, time of year. So to just walk around with one egg cure all the way from like the early tidal Chinook fisheries in August all the way through like coho and Chinook fisheries through November, like you're never going to find one egg cure that probably like really excels in all those things in between.
Correct.
And so to have all these different egg cures is a good thing. I'm excited to try it. I've been fishing around Keith for 25. I caught my first steelhead. My dad, I caught our first summer steelheads with Keith like 25 years ago because he used to work with my dad and walking down the trail catching summer steelhead with him. So I know how effective his eggs can be. It was on eggs. I know how effective his eggs if you just drift fishing for summers.
Oh yeah.
And so there's a lot of history and a lot of work that I bet has gone into that egg cure to make it really effective.
Yeah, and one thing he did clue me in on, and the directions are on the bottle, but he's the way he explained it is be very meticulous about the process as much as the cure. So
process gets you then the cure properly through the egg, sized, drained off, straight. I'm curious what it is. You're going to show me in the live feed because I know you guys brought a bottle and I got fresh eggs. Yep. So if you guys want to check that out, don't forget on our YouTube channel, you're going to be able to check out the live feed that we do this week with these guys in studio. And we're actually going to cure some eggs, maybe in that. I don't know. We didn't really talk about. I could put you on the spot. I don't know if we're going to do that or not, but maybe we can go through that process as well.
Yeah,
sure.
Process is very important. And, even when it comes back to some of your guys' stuff, when, whether you're curing with red hot or whether you're curing with fuse, you've got some other tips and tricks for process there too, especially with the fuse we were talking about beforehand, letting it go a couple extra days, curing it at a cool room temperature, not a hot garage, open air, some of those things that really give you a better product. You want to elaborate anything on that or just tell the viewers, like, the listeners, just how much different of an egg you can get.
Oh yeah. Like, when it seems like the longer you let it sit, they have a nice, clean, fishy smell when you first start curing them. And it seems like every day, like Steve was saying, the pH changes and every day they get a little ranker and ranker smelling. And it seems like to a certain point that a little bit of rank in there really helps. Like a lot of guys, I'm trying to keep it politically correct. It develops a stronger, more potent smell. And that smell sometimes can make a huge difference. Well, usually can make a huge difference.
Well, you want your eggs to be, cured all the way through because you don't want them to rot. You don't want to have like you said, the pH levels go off and get, I guess rank in a different way.
Correct.
Like you don't want a rotten, spoiled egg.
Right.
Maybe that's what I should say. Yes. So like having the process actually work all the way through the egg. And you said, some of these guys that are, putting eggs, straight into the bait fridges that are really cold, like it's not actually causing the cure to develop the egg a little bit.
It's not accepting.
It's slowing
the cure
it down.
Correct.
Versus letting it cure all the way through, and that can be really important to making a good product.
Without a doubt.
Yeah. And Keith has some stuff in that ultimate egg cure that's different from anything we've ever used in ours. So we had to buy some ingredients that we're not familiar with. So it's kind of cool just to see the different ingredients and how they work.
What are they?
Can't tell you. But it's different, though.
I tried. Well, that's what makes egg cure so special. And the reality is, though, the good thing about that is you guys don't need to worry about that because it sounds like that egg cure is going to be available pretty soon.
We're really close.
Really close. Yes. Good timing.
It's perfect
Putting
time.
up eggs.
We're
right
just
now.
basically we're just tweaking the color a little bit.
Cool.
The formula is there, just the color.
Awesome. I gotta apply some of your guys' badass bait dyes and stuff to it, and or whatever it might be. I'm just sure.
Yeah, we're like I said, because he had a bottling company do it. And with our mixers, they're much more adequate and efficient. So the mixing time, we can use less dye than his original formula called for because it's getting a more equal mix. So we actually have to back the dye down. Right now, they're too red.
Too red.
You're ending up with red fingers. And,
They're pretty brilliant right now,
Yeah,
but they look really good, but they're very brilliant.
yes.
Nothing wrong with that.
You do not lose the color. I'll tell you that. Steve fished a gob for freaking a while, and he reeled it up, and it was
if
still
he
red.
fished it for a while, that means the fish didn't eat it.
Yeah.
So that's a problem. I'm just kidding. I'm totally screwed with you guys.
Well, that day it was actually tough, and 4 of the fish came on his rod with that cure.
Yep.
There you go.
And it was
I
a tougher
guarantee you
rod.
that's probably different than a lot of those eggs those fish are seeing out there from
Oh yeah,
a lot of those boats.
100%.
There's a big concentration of anglers, for those that don't know, in some of these cold water fisheries, and people flock to them. So having something a little different.
Oh yeah, it's a great testing grounds because there's a lot of different people and a lot of different options and a lot of fish.
Target rich environment. Got to make it bite though.
That's right.
Awesome. Thank you guys coming in so much for the podcast. We've got a live feed to do. If you guys be sure to check out pro-cure.com, all the good stuff. We even sell a bunch of the stuff on the Addicted Fishing store as well. But we got some eggs to cure. Got to get our gloves on. Get going.
It's time.
Yep. Thank you guys for coming in. We will talk to you guys next week.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Have a great evening. Thanks.